This is the Wizard of Oz. And this is not my show. This is the Great American Experience. And the people who participate in the show come on screen, have the conversations. The people in chat, they do make the show. So I'm just a schlub back here making the machinery work. So let's see how tonight's show goes. I just got to get some of the homework done here, and we'll set it up. The links will be propagating here in just a moment. All right. And there's that. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, now we just wait for people to show up. And I did get a video uploaded today. That's the battery box I built for Daniel's camp. And just about got the feed box finished, but I ain't got a video on it. So, yeah, well, been kind of hard working in this heat. Today wasn't so bad though, but let's see what's out there. We'll look up some news articles and see what else is going on out there. So Aaron's not on. Tanya's not on. Oh, well, nobody's on. Okay. Let's see here. Hey. Hey, Bubba. How you doing?
Yeah, hang on, just make sure. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, excellent, excellent. I've been thinking about getting a new phone, upgrading. Mine's obsolete by like 4 years or something. But I bought it just a year ago, new. But yeah, not a bad phone. It's just it's starting to show its age. That's all. Anyway, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Oh man, I just ate too much at dinner.
Uh, Terrible.
Yeah, so I'm stuffed.
What'd you have?
We had these burgers, man, on
Mm,
hoagie rolls,
mm.
and we made them like meatloaf burgers with jalapenos and
Ah,
onions. Oh, it
oh
was
God.
awesome, and I just kept eating. Then we had corn on top, and we had sweet
Mm.
potato fry.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know
I
that's
just
the
yeah,
one that's the one thing I miss about having good teeth is corn on the cob. I
right.
always loved it. Smothered in butter, a little salt. Mm,
A lot of salt.
mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was a lot
Mm,
of butter and a lot
man.
of salt. Yeah, it was good. But I couldn't even. I was like, oh, I couldn't even finish it.
I mean, I
And
could try to eat a corn on the cob now, but it would just be like one little ridge, one little groove in it, because I'm all snaggletooth now.
well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got that one up front, persisting. You know what? I should probably make a betting pool on when that one's going to break off. Be a good opportunity to make some money.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I had a pretty good day today, actually. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I was trying to find a motel. I really want to get myself cleaned up before I go uh for the certain job that I'm looking at. Like, I don't want to go in there all sweaty and homeless and shitty beard going on. I want to clean up, you know, clean up, dress up, look good, look presentable. But
Right.
I spent about all day looking for a motel today. No luck.
What do you mean, no luck? No rooms available?
In the places that are open, no rooms are available. And then some places have rooms, but they're wanting like $600 for the week. I ain't even got that. Uh,
Right. Holy crap.
yeah,
What happened?
so
$40 a night, you know?
I don't know, man. I mean, there was this one motel up in Manchester that was 180 a week, but and that's not bad. Not eat up with bed bugs, so not bad. And well, I looked it up today and I called the number and it's been disconnected, so I'll have to drive to Manchester. It's only like 15 minutes, next town over. I have to drive up to Manchester and like physically go there, I guess, and just see if they changed their numbers, changed management or whatever.
Or if you're even in business.
Right. Um, Other than that, to save money and stretch it out, I'm working with a paycheck basically. So I was thinking maybe I'll just fix the AC in my car.
There you
You
go.
know that way. I mean, it's good on gas. I could idle this thing mostly all day and stay cool and it not cost me out the ass. But
Right. Hey, Miriam.
I don't know. Oh, hey Miriam,
Zoom.
I can't see the chat. Hold on, let me click it up here.
Yeah, Zoom's
Where
in
everybody
chat.
at?
Tow truck.
Zoom
Bruce
zoom.
Wayne,
Salted
Miriam.
butter.
Yeah. Salted butter.
I see Toe. How you doing, Toe? I see Bruce. How you doing, Bruce?
No,
Uh
it's on Twitch. We're on Twitch.
yeah, it's on Twitch. I seen the notification pop up right after the YouTube one. So yeah, it's running. Um let's see, other than that though, uh I went and took a little break today from that. I literally spent hours but and baking in this car. Like God, the
Right.
heat was like oppressive today. It was
Yeah,
bad.
you can
M-
find
my
shade.
shoulder my shoulder is burnt. I spent 15 minutes in the sun and I burned.
Ouch.
My yeah, my It didn't take long, man. I burned, but I cooked a little lunch for some other homeless people at the park. I made little spam burgers with grilled pineapple on it, and they liked that. And gave them some tater chips, and I bought fountain drinks for everybody too. Uh, because that's cheap, man. It's fucking hot out there. It was bad. So
Right.
anyway, I started to get dizzy finally, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck inside somewhere. So I went to the mall, and I went to this dude. He's got a self defense store, and I found a gladius that I just fell in love with. I was like, fits the hand just right and everything.
Right.
And I spent a great while in there talking to this man, looking at all the swords and knives and shit. Even saw a 25 caliber air rifle. It
Yeah.
kind of piqued my interest a little bit. That's not common here, 25 caliber. You know, you see
Right.
17 and 22 all the time, but 25. I was looking at the barrel size on the barrel on the thing. I was like, whoa, god damn, that's kind of a big diameter. What the fuck? And I looked, and it was 25 caliber. I was like, wow, okay,
Right.
you know, okay. I'm kind of wondering, man, because I had a good 22 air rifle once. I had that Ruger Impact 22.
Yeah.
It's made by Umarex, but it's still a good rifle, man. That thing was actually pretty impressive for an air gun. Like, was it like firing a 22 LR? No, of course not. But was it much better performance than I was expecting? Yes, yes, it was. Uh, and fun to shoot too, and you can shoot it anywhere, just about. Can't get in trouble for shooting an air gun target practice uh, in town. But yeah, I'm just wondering about that 25. You know, I meant to find some time to look it up today, but I didn't. I always like to watch these ballistic tests, you know,
Hmm.
and on lots of stuff, not just air guns. But
Right. Right.
but I'm
Yeah.
wondering about a 25 now. You know,
Yeah.
the guy said he can order the ammo, but there again, I don't want to be dependent on one source for ammunition. You
Right.
know, if I were to get another pellet gun, I'd want to be able to walk into Walmart or Tractor Supply or fucking anywhere and pick up pellets. You know,
Right. Yeah. No, that you'd have to stock up on it. You know what I'm saying?
right? I'd have to drop a bunch, buy like a few thousand rounds, and then if the shit ever did hit the fan, I guess I would smack bunnies a little harder than the other guys with their air guns. I don't know. You know,
Well, you wouldn't have to worry. You know, you might even be able to manufacture your own ammunition.
I mean, should be able to. You know,
Right.
it's easy. It's easy enough to pour round balls.
Yeah, but they're
I'm
not
sure
even
there.
round balls. They're conicals,
Right. I'm
and
sure there's
just
like I'm sure there's a pellet mold out there. You know,
sure.
surely. Yeah. Sure. Has to be.
If
Has to
nothing
be.
else, just find the right diameter rod and just cut off pieces.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Simple as that. You know. Then that got me thinking though. Dude had this nice crossbow for about the same price.
Right.
Recurve too, not complicated. You know, make a string in a pinch, make
Right.
bolts in a pinch. You know, it's a lot easier to find a straight shaft in that 16-inch length than it is in a 22-inch length for people who use like recurves. You know,
Right.
so something to consider. But yeah, I had a nice time looking in there. There's also a bookstore, but it was closed. And I was just in there to catch AC anyway. Like
Right.
I was seeing shit today, man. It was scary.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
so I get in there. I'm sitting on this bench, and I look over at the bookstore, and they got this free book bin. Went over and looked. There was a crockpot cookbook, an old one, Better Homes and Gardens. So I was
Right.
like, you know what? I'm taking this. So got
Huh?
me a cookbook.
Gotcha. Cook. Yeah, I was just
Yep.
pulling up the earthquakes here, and let's see here.
Uh, Now Zoom was saying something about the earthquake. Now I don't have my glasses no more, so I can't see this. What's going on? Um, that was up by you.
Yeah, it wasn't a big one though.
Was it the New Madrid?
Yeah, it was on New Madrid, but the one up by me was only a 2.2. It is kind of shallow. It was in DeSoto, Missouri,
Okay. Did you
which is
experience any shaking or anything? Or
not that we noticed here.
okay,
I mean, if I'd have been inside just relaxing or something like that around the china cabinet, I'm sure I probably would have heard it.
right.
But
When
yeah,
you when you're busy, it's hard to notice shit like that sometimes.
yeah,
Mm,
we've been running saws and working outside and doing that stuff
nice.
outside and getting all
Very
this
nice.
stuff. Yeah, I'm building a feed box for the animal feed right now. I'm just about finished with it. I just got to do the top now, finish the lid, and then put it in place. And then I'm building a cabinet for the deep freezer. Then we're gonna build a table for Daniel's camp, and so I
Hey,
got still
I
on the
see
list. We've got
Dallas in the comments. I just want to say something. I can't see exactly what's going on with you, but I know there's a girl. Uh, Wait until y'all got more time. You know, I know you might want to go meet her or whatever, but wait until you got a little more time. You know, trust me.
but yeah, I saw somebody saying on the chat that the New Madrid, yeah, we're way overdue for the stuff on New Madrid, man.
It is. You're familiar with Reelfoot Lake, right? Up in Northwest Tennessee. That was actually formed by the New Madrid. It was an earthquake, caused the Mississippi River to run backwards.
Right. That was in
Uh,
1817, man.
Yep.
And that earthquake series is supposed to happen every 200 years, and we're overdue for it right now.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm sitting over a major cave system. I hope that don't collapse.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just a little bit.
fucking fucking Memphis. Uh, they're they were telling us that they could experience liquefaction and the city just sink. Uh, Shit
Yeah,
like
it's all
that.
Delta right there. It's all Delta right there. So,
Mhm. Mhm. Well, I was with the Coast Guard, so that was like a pertinent thing. Um, could you imagine a major U.S. city just sinking into the sand?
yeah, we wait for LA. We're hoping LA does that.
Yeah, I thought it was just going to break off and float away.
No, LA's going to sink and
Oh,
fall.
hell, we're
Yeah.
going to lose it all and it'll be so great.
Most of it, yeah, the mountain ranges are going to, reform our coast.
You remember that politician that said that uh, he was afraid if too many U.S. troops were on the Virgin Islands or Guam or something that it
Yeah,
that
Johnson.
that it would flip over.
Yeah,
Now
Johnson.
was Was that a joke, or did that idiot actually think that that would happen?
I'm thinking that idiot actually thought it would happen.
Jesus Christ. Oh. How do these people get elected?
You know what? It doesn't. I have no idea.
Jesus Christ. Well, apparently, some district of New York thought AOC, the dumbass bartender, would make a great politician, a great senator, or whatever she is, rep. I don't know. But my thinking is, what?
All
You know?
right. Hey, sick Pat, how you doing? Good to see you.
Well,
Here,
look,
wait a
Pat's in the
second.
house.
Here's a link. Grab a link. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. That's not it. Damn it. I've been linking everything. Hold on.
Hey, conservative patriot, how you doing?
Hey, conservative. What's up, Tim? There you go.
Sorry, I'm just looking. I like to read the chat sometimes.
Right. Now, who put the thumbs down? Oh, at least we're getting views.
I don't know, but I bet it's somebody with a ton of butt hurt. Because
Yeah, this could be.
I mean, after a certain amount of time, it's like, why do you still watch? You
Right.
know, don't you got better shit to do? Like, come on.
Hey, Jimmy Bean, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Well, what's going on, bro?
How's it going down there in Honduras?
I'm doing my commission. I've been here like what 7 minutes. I just got here. Didn't even know you guys were on.
Ah,
From 11 o'clock last night, the inspector, the detective, found out who it is that's sending these street thugs after my kids trying to kidnap them.
Uh huh. Did they find out who it was?
This is we got the lieutenant through the guys, right? And I don't know if I got this on, man. I've had this thing on all day long. I've been waiting for you guys to get here so that I
Are you
can
gonna
show you
are you gonna disappear them?
my ceremony, my ceremony that I do whenever I get home. Fucking unbelievable. This is my favorite. I got like 8 helmets, but this is my favorite. And the colonel gave me a freaking ninja. I took a 3 hour drive. I turned it into like 45. Yeah, I fucking love that motorcycle. Ugh. But it's military property and I can't have it, right?
Jimmy, you
Yeah.
figured out who's going after your kids, and you're not launching an operation and killing them.
No, I did. That's where I'm coming from.
Oh, okay.
Fucker shot too, man. This little jackass had a what do you call them? Little mini Uzi things, little bitty ones that shoot like 1,000 rounds a second.
Mac 10.
Oh, fucking unbelievable. Fucking too old for this shit.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
and
don't you
guess
be
what?
saying that. You'll get partnered
Oh,
up with a
baby,
young
you were.
Australian dude.
I don't have a woman here to kiss, so I kiss my little 380, right? It ain't even the charger for it. It doesn't even lock in, but this little baby worked. I put off like 5 rounds. Man, it saved my ass. God.
Just don't kiss it on the lips.
No, yeah, I hear you. I've been sitting here like just spaced out for a few minutes, guys.
Right.
No, I think I'm fucking. Let me see. One of them hit my plate over here. fucking wet, dude. Yeah, I got shot. Fuck it. Good God, man.
What?
Oh, bitch. Yeah, the fucker shot me. But it ain't. I mean, I can breathe and everything. It's just something that I think it went through my pec. It hit the plate. I felt it. It hit the plate. That's when I dropped his ass. Oh, fucker, man. I mean, good God. The kid wasn't even like 16, 17 years old, man. What in the hell? And I just took off like that. Whenever they called, boom. I was right there. And the government truck was waiting for me. Holy shit. I got to use those too. Yeah, we grabbed three of them, and I think it was a lieutenant that we dropped, and he was doing one of those. What did they say in the movie? Say hello to my little friend. He was doing one of those little things.
Oh, well.
Holy shit! Yeah, he got me, man. Fuck. It's just a little bite like that.
The plate bounced back and got you?
No, it hit my jacket at an angle like that and hit the plate, and then I guess it split, and it looks like a little bitty piece got me, fucker. All right, don't worry about it. Oh, but it's kind of like my ceremony when I get back from a mission and take everything off. Oh, hey, if you're gonna be on a ninja, yeah, these are badass. I love them.
Y'all consider having maybe medics on the team?
The what?
Y'all consider maybe having medics on the team, take care of some boo-boos? Are you just going to sit there with a piece
all I
of
got to
bullet
do is
in
call
you?
in. Well, no, I'm going to call the nurse right now. Hold on. Yeah, and she'll take a look. I don't even think I need a stitch, man. It looks like it went right in my pec and right out over here. You see that? It's just a little pinch, you know.
It's
But
only a
still,
flesh wound.
yeah, I need antibiotics like that. Whatever. She'll come take care of it.
Jimmy Bean.
Well, guys, I mean, as a father in a country like this, sometimes you don't have a choice, man.
Yeah, Canoe says Jimmy Bean just shrugs off a gunshot wound, cracks open a beer. Ain't no big thing.
You know.
Nothing vital hit.
I mean, sorry. I don't mean to like scare anybody or anything like that. You know,
Man, I know people who fucking like take the day off for a paper cut.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right.
Here I am getting fucking blown up and shit. Hola, lo mami.
What's up, Toe Truck?
More, mana.
Hey, what's good?
Hey, it's so.
Sí, hay un herido y algo, yo creo ella es del.
So what's happening, Toe Truck?
Oh man, I see that the game is streaming on Twitch, right? But it's not in my followers list. So like I can't through my profile, I can't get or see the game. I see that you're online because you're a friend and it says that you're streaming, but in my list of people I'm following, it doesn't exist. It's erased. It's not fucking there.
Did you undo it and redo it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I refreshed and stuff like that, and then I went to the game and tried to follow and that stuff, and I am following, and it gave me the marker to join. I could join from there. I didn't try that, but that existed.
Did you turn it off and turn it back on again?
Yeah, once you redo your settings for your following and notifications, then
Well,
shut down Twitch and start it back up. It should put it up there for you.
it could, but like I was watching Aaron, and the game was listed in the people that I'm following
Right.
until he went live, and then it disappeared from the list. I saw it happen once before with a channel called Donald Trump.
Guys, give me a minute.
Oh, medic, medic, medic.
But yeah, no, I've seen some weird shit going on here and there with Twitch. So there's no telling.
Yeah, I was trying to show my mom, that the channel or whatever, the function of the site and Donald Trump, and often he has on that channel, Laura and her posse are on there talking Trump things, especially female things. For some reason, I never really checked it out. But when I went to show it off, the channel disappeared from my followers. So weird. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Michelle's in the house. Hey, how you doing, Michelle?
Hey, Michelle. I dropped by to visit on her latest stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle.
Well, we love you, Michelle. I hope you're doing good.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what? So I got all the answers. Hey, you guys, I got all the answers. So we got this aircraft carrier on fire, and look, it's kind of coming out that Iran sort of set the fire. So we can just declare war on Iran, and then we can go into wartime policing here in the States. We can control things, and we can take care of terroristic threats without having to identify them as a group or whatever, because it's all under the rules of war. So that little fire probably set us up to take care of Antifa and BLM and shit. Kind of cool. And then the other part that's really gonna fucking, you know what? I figured out how to cure COVID. You fucking call it a scam and roll everybody's credit card back to January before this shit all started, so we all get our fucking status as human beings back. And then it's gonna fuck the credit card companies, which are owned, right, by Fauci and Biden and the like.
And
So
China.
Yeah. So all the cocksuckers that are destroying our prosperity with their fucking credit card manipulations and scams and charges can all go fuck themselves.
Well, like I said, I got another notification that about 7 weeks out, we need to get prepared and be stocked up before the 7 weeks are up.
What's Drop's date? September 23rd, right? Is that what he's trying to... Huh?
Yep. There's something else recently that happened. I got another message from another patriot that's 7 weeks. It was they're not sure exactly. They weren't specific about how they got it. What's up, Jimmy?
So you're talking about...
They wanted to say hi.
Oh, hello. Hola.
They insisted. Hola.
¿Cómo estás, por favor?
Le dijo que yo la sobrevivir. Ellos certificaron de como sí. He's my certified ancient medical according to you guys.
Right. But yeah, so we so
Well, hell, we have
Yeah,
a giant stockpot.
yo lo debo uno, dude. That's good. No.
well no, there's Bruce. Hey, there's Bruce. What's up, Bruce?
Howdy, fellas.
God.
Hey, tow truck.
Nada, 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 nada.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey,
God, I
hey,
miss you, bro.
tow truck. Where did you hear this about Iran being the source of the
Get me
fire?
all bruised the hell up. Look at that shit.
Uh,
That was a 10.
well, when I was listening to Alex
That's
Jones this
when
morning, it was just
I-
briefly passed over.
yeah.
But
Oh, okay.
I'm not really,
I'm all busted up.
I'm not all sure about that. What I'm kind of suggesting is that it could prompt a war. I mean, it even looks, like if I were thinking it through, something like, that somebody in the world's going to do a shitty in these times, one of these days. And Trump can just wait for that to happen and use that as a mechanism, to implement what we don't want to do as martial law. But I mean, now it's all national security. So fuck Antifa, fuck BLM, fuck Facebook, fuck Google, fuck them all. Because we're at war now. See? And I mean, it doesn't matter who the player is. It's that we get the mechanism in place to
Right.
so now we don't have to name.
It could be another false flag like 9/11 is kind of what I'm thinking. Or I've heard pretty much rumors that
You know what?
it was China.
Another false flag.
Okay, so the way it came about in the conversation is that the excuse me. All right, so here's how it goes. The Japanese were starting to make these black aircraft carriers to cruise around in the South China Sea. And China said, look, fuck you. You're not making helicopter launch vessels. You're going to put whatever you call them, your Harriers, okay, your F-35s. You're going to put your fucking Osprey, the vertical lift planes on these fuckers. And we're not going to allow that. So they started sabotaging all their flat deck carriers. Now, this carrier that's on fire is a flat deck carrier. It's the same scenario. So I mean, it's already been said that China is really leery of these type of aircraft carriers, and that it got set on fire, and that Iran is a tool of theirs because it has to do with the fucking trade routes.
Yep.
It can
China
easily
and
be
Iran are in the same camp. Yep.
right. So it could easily be said, false flag or not, I don't really give a fuck. We can use the mechanism of a false flag to mechanize our national security, which would cure the fucking COVID, and it would cure the riots, and it would cure fucking homelessness, and it would cure
the economy. The economy,
police.
the first thing that any government does when the economy is collapsing is start a fucking war because it generates a lot of money.
Generates a lot of money. Always, unless you borrow it from the Roth like everybody else done throughout history, except maybe, some nations decided to make it.
Here's the kicker. If it's a war the people are behind, if it's not a war the people are behind, that's going to be bad for Trump. If Trump can make it look like a war that the people will get behind.
Yeah, they're getting to the point where the people are fed up with BS. Point blank.
I think Trump would be really unwise to start an unnecessary war right now, right before the election. I think that would be unwise. I think most people want him to pull the truth out of it. I saw a news story this week that the Congress is blocking Trump's efforts to withdraw troops from Afghanistan. That really pisses me fucking off because first the Congress is like, "Oh, you had no authority to telling Bush W.
Well,
You had no authority to send
listen,
troops to
you have
Afghanistan," and now he's
okay,
trying to pull them out.
Bruce,
And
you have 200,000
5,000.
Chinese military in Panama, and they're going up to Guatemala and Mexico. But what the hell are we supposed to do? Afghanistan is right on the border of China. We have 300,000 troops over there. That's the real picture. That's what you're failing to see right now. Is that you got one big superpower and another big superpower, and what we're trying to do is stop the
Say what?
bloodshed.
I said I'm calling
You
it.
know,
Are you?
oh,
Janice,
this gets
come on.
real ugly real
Go on,
quick.
sweetheart. Go on, go be
Come
in.
on.
Yeah,
Jimmy Bean.
All right, man. I'll
I
see you
thought we
tomorrow.
only had
Okay.
there's a
5,000.
whole
Keep up
big
with it.
picture,
I'm
man.
probably gonna crash out of here as soon as Canoes comes
I
up
thought we
because
had
I'm.
5,000 troops in Afghanistan now.
Oh yeah.
5,000 we could pull out in one Navy operation.
Okay,
That's so simple. Trump should just do it. He should just say,
yeah,
"Fuck
but
you,
see,
Congress."
then China don't have anything to stand against. You know,
Yeah, I know. It's
Uh,
gonna leave a
it's
vacuum.
complicated, man.
Yeah, I know. It'll leave a vacuum, and the
Yeah.
vacuum's always filled with a worse guy than there was before.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. But 5,000 troops, man. He could just withdraw those troops.
It's kind of a rock and a hard place spot
Yeah.
for us right now, man. I cannot believe we're in this position. Thanks, Democrat.
Ha.
Thanks, Masons. Thanks, Illuminati. Oh,
Yeah,
I
say
won't
that.
say
It's
it.
not that
Yeah,
simple.
that. Good Lord.
But 5,000 troops, we could pull them out in
Uh,
like 3 days. We could pull out 5,000 troops in Afghanistan in 3 days.
Yeah, we really could.
Yeah.
But
And don't
this
even
time,
tell
No,
Congress.
it would take about 10 days to get the equipment out of there.
Well, yeah, but they're in the Gulf already.
You want to leave that equipment for us to use.
I was gonna say, let's not do an Obama and pull out and leave the equipment for ISIS. Let's not do it that way.
Yeah, that's a good point. The equipment. We can't leave the equipment. Can't leave tanks. And
Right.
guns.
There you go.
But Trump said we're keeping the oil. So how do we do that?
Yeah. Tank, helicopter,
I know.
yeah. Howitzers, yeah. Okay.
Well, the oil's
Good
not in
Lord, man.
Afghanistan. The oil's in Iraq, Syria.
Right. But so Afghanistan is the
And
way.
Trump had a really good point about why the hell did we attack Iraq if we don't have any oil from Iraq? What is that? Yeah, I mean, nail right on the head. What sense does that make? You know, that's the businessman. I respect that man so much. Dude. Oh,
Here's
you want to
one
see
thing I
my
know for sure.
little girl's?
Here's one thing I know for sure, Jimmy Beam.
Her new Charger.
Every president in history, no matter how popular he is, always makes one huge blunder sooner or later. No matter how good the president is.
You know what? It really seems like it. And yeah, that he's kind of compromising a little bit here and there. And that's what it seems like to me. I don't want to believe that, but I can see it. And
Right
I
now,
just-
I think Trump's huge blunder is how he's allowing the globalists to shut down America over the fucking coronavirus. That's his huge blunder.
I heard a guy talking about a way to
you know what?
do all that shit
And
today.
he's saying, "Oh, let the governor." I'm like, as soon as he said that, I knew something was going on.
The governor, what?
That man has the capacity to manage the whole entire country, every single county of every single state. But
We should have.
Yeah.
We should have.
you know what I would
credit
like to see? I would like to see him promote certain sheriffs, put the sheriffs above the governors. That's what I would above the mayor. I would like to see that. That would be a huge shift in power right there. You got so many sheriffs that are they hate what's going on.
Hey, Miriam, you like my T-shirt?
But then you would put power back in the hands of the people. So
This is a trigger T-shirt. If Trump can say it's a Chinese virus, so
what do you call that? Fuck, yeah, sorry.
Jimmy, just so you know,
Oh hell.
your audio breaks up.
Well,
Oh, it's on my end. Well, hold on. I'll refreshing.
There you go. Yeah, what's really strange is a lot of people don't know. I mean, you guys know I'm a Navy veteran. I served on firefighting crews on my ship, on several ships. I spent 4 years on blue water at sea, and we drilled all the time. And a lot of people say, well, why in the hell didn't the sailors? Okay, it was a crew of 1,000 sailors. They were undergoing routine maintenance in the docks at San Diego. But there were only 160 sailors on that ship at the time the fire broke out. And the fire broke out deep below decks where Marines store their gear. There was no fuel, there were no explosives.
Right.
And how come the captain just ordered everyone off the ship? I mean, he did try for a little while. But man, it's crews of 6 is the way we used to enter compartments that were on fire in training. In training, it's simulated. It's totally different from the real thing. But that's many crews that could have gone in and fought. But the captain or whoever was in charge, there were civilians there, experts, and he just said, "Okay, abandon ship, everybody off, and we'll leave it to the Navy Fire Department, the base fire department." Something stinks. I smell a rat.
Hell, that hey,
It's not like sabotage.
The Coast Guard got some badass little boats. Got humongous tanks on them.
What better time to sabotage a Navy ship when it's
Man,
got
our Navy. This is like what 5 different incidents that has happened with the Navy. That just man,
yeah,
come on,
yeah.
guys. You know, I'm
there's only
very boy.
160. There's only
I got
160
a lot of respect for
members,
the Navy, dude.
and a lot of shit happens when a Navy ship's at port, and the whole crew almost is on liberty. They're out, visiting their wives and kids off base, and the single sailors are out getting
Yeah,
drunk.
on leave, they're taking a few days off. Yeah,
Right,
getting
and
laid.
there's lax security. You got civilian technical experts coming on board to give their advice about the routine maintenance. So any one of those civilians that are allowed on board could be
Right.
a saboteur, with false documents, acting like, well, I'm just going to go down and check the systems and
That's what I'm thinking too.
apartment number, and then set a fire and then get off the ship before the fire starts. It stinks, man. It totally stinks.
For the fake ID and everything, because you got to sign. You got to sign on.
Yep.
And these days they actually take a picture of your ID.
Yeah. Well, I've been out for 30 years, so I'm sure a lot.
Oh God. Yeah, but they literally with the cell phone, the sat phones that we get. I can't find my sat phone. Dude. Freaking worry. Freaking unbelievable.
So hey, Jimmy Beam, did you see my property video I posted on YouTube today? I posted 2 videos on my YouTube channel of the land that I'm thinking of.
Okay. Well, dude, I've been gone since like 11 o'clock last night. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't say bye to anybody or anything like that. Normal,
Yeah,
but
well,
I don't consider that
so
like a high hazard mission.
I just thought I'd mention it for anybody that hasn't seen it. I'm really
What's-
excited about buying my first piece of property, man.
What's your what's
Nice,
the name of your
nice.
YouTube channel?
Bruce Wayne. But there's so many Bruce Waynes, you'll probably never find it that way. Unless
What kind of
somebody,
an icon do you got?
Miriam or anybody could post a link to my channel in the chat room. But I can't because I don't have a wrench. Miriam has seen my videos today. She liked them. Man, it's awesome. It's in the national forest. It's it's fucking 7 acres of beautiful trees and
I cannot believe it.
see, I want to go off grid like Aaron DeTires is doing.
Fucker
This
got
place,
there right after we left.
what do you say, Jimmy?
Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all go right ahead.
I said I want to go
Everyone
off
put up
grid,
with
man. All I've done my whole fucking life is rent apartments. I've never had my own house, and
Yeah, I
I mean,
freaking hate that, dude. I hate giving out money like that.
I'm in the city. Well, it's a small.
Simon, okay, me,
Well, let me pray
la
for you,
intro del
Bruce, man.
apartamento,
That'd be
ahí es donde
be a
está mi dormitorio,
well,
de cartón,
great to have hope.
Home Star. Unos cervezas de, la, de los Estados Unidos, en el sur.
Put a few more
Casi igual que
arrows of hope in your quiver.
Lone Star. Es un caja entero, mano. Ok, no se preocupe.
Yeah, I
La
remember
próxima
some
vez que me
videos
va
you
por
had
con mi
an
agua, voy a
apartment.
buscar
What was it?
corona.
The heat or
Yo sé
water
que
pipes and all that shit this past winter.
quiero mucho y cuídese bien. Aquí estoy. Yo paso allá en la mañanita,
Gets you
como a
by
las
your
3 de la
spot
mañana.
pretty
No
easy.
había nadie, no despertaron nada.
I'm getting a lot of people stepping on each other. Can't hear anything.
Oh, I was just wishing you well, man. Sending prayers for your hopes and dreams. That's all.
Man, I gotta get out of
Nothing.
the city. Yeah, I gotta get to the woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm very poor. I mean, I'm a very impoverished man. For me to do this will be, I'm praying all the time myself. It's not a
Well,
huge city, but it's a big enough city where like there's people starting fights on the street and screaming and yelling at each other, losing their shit. Lots of street crime. The methamphetamine is fucking up everybody downtown. I mean, if I lived, but see, this place is just 30 miles outside of the city, and it's 10 miles up a national forest road, and it's private property that's at the end of a dirt road. I mean, my nearest neighbor is a quarter miles away on either side of me, and there's this nice spot where I could build a little log cabin and get me a wood stove and some solar panels. I mean, Aaron DeTires has just been my inspiration. He just bought an acre of land for $1,500. I'm like, dude, how the fuck did you do that?
yeah.
So this parcel of land, I just went there yesterday. These videos you see Skull Drazer, Jimmy Beam, he posted that link in the chat room. Those are the videos I took yesterday on the
Jimmy's
mountain.
mute.
Yeah, but he can still hear.
Yeah, you can. I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jump up, hook up, shuffle to the door. You better jump on it or my foot's going to be in your ass. That's really nice, bro. Now, you got to declare, you write a letter of declaration. Okay, you're going to declare it is going oh my God, what do you call it? An animal reserve. Okay. And that way you'll get it for like 1/3 the price.
See, yeah.
And plus, you'll be protected. Yeah, you'll be protected by the government, especially
See,
where
here's
you're
the
at.
thing: is it's so steep. The land is so steep. There's only like one level spot, and it's only 30 feet by 30 feet. So none of these rich fuckers that are building these $1 million ranch houses want this piece of 7 acres. right? So they're asking 27,000 for 7 acres. And my buddy that's into real estate, he says make an offer of 10,000. Make an offer of 10,000, lowball them, like almost like an insult, and see what happens. And it's a seller contract land. It's not mortgage.
I shouldn't have my ring on.
I'm barely learning this shit, but seller contract, in other words, for
Okay.
sale by owner through a title company. So if I come up with like half
Right.
of the money, I mean, I've got some friends that are already offering to help me out. I've only got $3,000. I mean, that's stupid low ball, but that's a good down payment. And
Okay, I gotta.
it's a dream. It's a pipe dream.
This woman won't stop, dude. She wants me.
Have you have you
No, it ain't no pipe dream.
heard anything about like the
It
mining
will be like
rights and all that
6 months to pay for it,
associated
right?
with the property? The mining rights?
That's my very next thing to check because it's surrounded by gold mines.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 8 gold claims right adjacent to this property, and it's a gold panning creek, a beautiful clear running mountain stream runs right below it. People are down there panning gold. It's full of gold powder. You got to have mineral rights. I ain't buying it if it don't have mineral rights. No,
Right. Because yep, you get
because if I
scraped
struck a
off.
gold vein, if I struck it rich on that land, they could just take all that gold away from me.
Yep.
So I'm just starting to look at it. I'm just kind of excited, but thinking about everything.
Cool.
The
A
good
nice,
thing,
a
the good
nice
thing
rabbit
is,
hole of research.
the good thing
Nice
is
rabbit hole to go down.
it's off grid. I mean, you can't even get a cell phone signal down in that valley. There's huge mountain peaks. Have you seen the videos? Just look at the videos and you'll understand what it's like there. I mean,
I gotta
it's
go find it.
beautiful fucking country. It's the Rocky Mountains, man. It's the Rocky Mountain foothills. You're in a deep, steep gorge with 5,000-foot mountain right above me, 3,000-foot mountain on the other side of the valley. And the valley just comes straight down into a V. There's just enough room for one row of houses on each side. And the little town there is population like 50 people. No store, no gas station. But it's 30
Is there
miles to
a
the nearest grocery store.
is there a
There's no
dam
gas.
holding the water back?
No, it just runs down from the mountains. It's
Okay.
just a clear running mountain streams. And there's a spring
Spring.
on the land too.
Very.
And
You gotta really
this particular stream supplies the city drinking water for the town I'm in now. Oh yeah, it's
Oh, how
beautiful.
beautiful.
It's beautiful, man. I want it. I want it right now. I do.
Y ya comió pescado hace un ratito. Ahorita llegó a las 11 de la noche, salió por misión con el efectivo y ahorita llegó. Muchísimas
Yeah, Skull
gracias, mi
Tracer.
amor.
That's my dream,
Quiero
man. Is
mucho.
to get a 40-foot steel shipping container and dig into the hillside and bury that 40-foot steel shipping container and leave the doors open.
All right.
what kind of dirt do
You
you
put your
buy?
nice big wooden door in the front. That's right.
Is it all rock or what?
Oh no, it's dirt and rock. It's mostly, dirt. But man,
So
it's so steep. It's like this. It's like this trying to climb up that mountainside. It's all 7 acres. It's really steep land, except for this one 30-foot by 30-foot spot.
You would have to make a cutout for a trail
Yeah,
for a motor wheeler.
yeah. I've had all kinds of plans and thoughts about.
It's super easy to do, man. Just get a few guys out there for a few days.
Yeah, backhoe and a bulldozer. And the good thing is the dirt road that goes through my property. There's property on both sides. If I buy 7 acres, it'll be like 5 acres on one side of the road 3 acres on the other, or 2 acres on the other, and the flat spot, the only flat spot, is just 50 feet downhill from the road. So I can take a bulldozer and cut a driveway down there 50 feet to that flat spot, and that's where I build
Yeah,
whatever kind
nice
of.
angle. Sure.
But the rest of the land is. But
What kind of truck you got again? You said Bronco?
But it's Montana, man. We get 3 feet of snow every winter. I'd have to have
That's
a whole
hey,
winter's worth of supplies in the cabin before winter hits, and don't expect you'll be snowed in.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed. I'll be
But that's
snowed in.
not hard to do, bro.
Oh, I know.
That's not hard to do.
Hey, I'm an old country boy, woodsman.
The rabbits love the
survival
cold.
skills. I got some, but it would be tough.
Nice.
It would be really tough. If I wanted to make a cell phone call, I'd have to climb like 500 feet uphill from where this land is and maybe go online for an
No,
hour.
just get you a sat phone.
Or I built a ham radio tower
Yeah,
first.
just get you a sat phone.
there you go.
Sat phones are expensive as hell. Don't they cost like $200 a month?
Well, mine was $900. Yeah, mine was $900. It's at $300 every 3 months. It's like $100 a month. But that's what's pissing me off. I can't find the damn thing. And look, it only works from 2 to 7:30 in the morning here because that particular satellite only passes over part of the planet around those hours. But I asked Miriam. I called her. She was talking to somebody else, and I gave her a call, and boom, it dropped her call just like that, and automatically I'm listening to her when she thinks she's talking to someone else, but she was talking to me.
That's wild.
It was freaking hilarious.
I want a ham radio
Sat
tower.
phones are awesome.
I want a ham radio tower first, about a 50-foot
Okay.
tower. And then there's ways to get the internet
Okay.
through shortwave. I mean, there's so much tech I got to learn. I'm barely scratching the surface. But there's ways to
No,
get.
you're right. Right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, but I don't even care, man. If I go off grid, I don't plan to spend a lot of time like I'm doing now on the internet. I'm gonna be in
Right.
God's country. I'm gonna be sitting there.
Because every single thing has tracking on it. Yeah, every single thing has tracking on it. Always remember that.
Mhm.
Even my phone sitting here right now is scanning and make sure that it's me that's next to it. Hell, as soon as you leave your cell phone, you got music playing, you get an advertisement, right? Because your cell phone knows if you left it aside. Freaking insane.
Oh, I'm not telling anybody exactly.
Versus a woman.
I've only got one trusted friend that knows exactly where this property is. I ain't telling everybody.
I wouldn't either. I would not either.
I'll show
Well, I
you a
don't know.
video. But
The way you described it, I bet I could figure it out.
nah, you can look at the video, but you can't tell where it is.
Yeah, but I know enough about
In Montana, come
about you. I
on.
could figure it out.
Like 1,200 mountains there to
You know that, Bert?
exactly what he described.
Oh, anybody can find anybody pretty much. There's only one place in Montana you can completely disappear. It's called the Bob Marshall Wilderness. It's the largest wilderness area in the entire lower 50 states. Now, that's not where I'm going. I mean, you got to be. That's not where.
Does Obama own this
Oh, you said that,
national forest you're talking about?
that is where you go.
No, it's just national forest.
Okay.
You know, there's private
Because
property.
you don't have nothing to worry about.
You know, the national
Does it-
forest sells private property in the middle of national forests in certain areas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But yeah, it's surrounded by national
Dude, I
forest.
would just fly over, jump out of the helicopter, and say good morning. You know?
Drop a wood stove, a 50-gallon drum of
Oh, that's where he's at. And I jump out. What the?
See, Jimmy Bean, that was my dream, man. Get a helicopter, take me into a wilderness area, drop a cast iron wood stove, a 50-gallon drum of gasoline,
Yeah.
and I'm all set.
Oh my God.
Hike in with a
I
chainsaw.
missed my airplane. I had a little single engine. Yeah, and I want a little bird. I want a OH6, a little bird, a little bubble with the propeller on top. Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
and just drop me
security is
off.
gonna be. And look how they respond, man. You could hover, you could sit it down in the top of the tree and still have everything going hover right there. They're so beautiful. Oh,
The only thing I couldn't hike in with is a cast iron wood stove and a 50-gallon drum of gasoline. Then I'd be all set. I could hike in with my rifle and my axe and my
dude, you can
chainsaw.
airdrop. You can
That's what I'm saying.
airdrop your stove. Look, just talk to one of the supply guys out there. I'm telling you, just talk to one of the
Yep.
mountaineers, the supply guys. He's got a Cessna, and he'll put a parachute on that bitch, and he'll drop it right next to your house. Boom. You know how
No,
many
then
times I did that?
I'd have to
Good
build
Lord.
it.
I even case of beer, like 4 cases.
Yeah, right. Like the old Vietnam days.
I airdropped 4 cases of beer 1 week for my soldiers. I'm like, you want 4 cases of beer? I'm on base. I've been working on the airplane. I'm ready, you know, and I put the parachute on it. They brought me the parachute Monday morning. No problem. I was right up, pulled the lever, and the freaking door opened, and it went out. I'm like, there you go, boys. 4 cases of beer.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Oh, man. You're Bruce Wayne. You're headed the right way, man. I'm telling you. Liberty. Oh, bro.
I got to get out of the city, man. I got to
That
get.
ain't trick bait. That's real.
I was born in the woods. I was raised in the woods. I don't know how the fuck I ended up in the city, man.
You know
You
what the fuck
Uh,
happened?
well, it was the VA hospital. That's why I moved.
I know. I
That's how I
know.
ended up in the city,
Man,
just to be close to
that's
in
kind of
the
the
VA
way I feel.
hospital. And the VA hospital fucked me over. I won't even go there anymore.
Uh,
You know. Yeah, Aaron DeTires is my inspiration. That man is fucking awesome. All the shit he's been through, living in the woods for 4 years. Have you seen him tow truck? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I check in on Aaron daily.
Have you seen his new deck he's built?
Yeah, some of it. Yeah, the skeleton of it, the frame work.
Yep.
Today he's saying he's not allowed on the deck.
While he's drinking. without, without handrails. Yeah.
Oh fuck! He's got a. He's got.
But he bought an acre of land for $1,500, man. What the fuck? That's unheard of. Cash, straight out. Here's 1,500. Okay, there's an acre.
it's the value of the land too. Hey Bruce, hey, check it out. My daughter's got like $30 of these. It's AFIs and the 4 deployed days. This is what they get for change because they don't have coins. Can you see
Yeah,
it?
Well,
yeah, I see it.
It's a
well,
little plastic card.
I see it.
And that's it's got a whole bag of them. My little bit, my daughter, I call her little bit because she's kind of like C4, right? Yeah, you never know when she's gonna go off, but when she goes off, there's a lot of damage.
I see the light. Click.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was in Scotland one time, Jimmy Beam, and I was drunk on Liberty in Glasgow, and I was sleeping on a bench because I missed the train back to the ship. It was the middle of the fucking night,
Okay,
and these Glasgow police came up, and they stood like 15 feet away from me, and they're like, "Hey, wake up, Sailor. I was wearing my Cracker Jack uniform. They're like, hey, wake up, Sailor.
Okay.
So I woke up and I sat up on the bench. They're like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I'm waiting for the next train to Danoon. Why are y'all standing so far away? Ain't got no guns or nothing. They go, I said, I'm just a little guy. They go, the cops looked at me and he said, dynamite comes in small packages. They ended up inviting me into the police station for like a couple
In
hours.
Germany,
They gave me coffee and donuts for the rest of the night. For like 3 hours, I sat up there in the police station just shooting the shit with the cops. They were so cool.
oh,
Yeah.
check him out. Got treated with royalty.
Yeah,
with benefits on the side. Check him out.
the people that knew what was going on,
There's so many German girls.
the people that knew what was going on in Scotland at the time, they appreciated United States nuclear submarines being there. They knew that we were protecting them as much as we were protecting the United States. But at the time, there was a lot of protests by the hippies in the streets.
Please don't think like that.
They did not like United States ballistic missile submarines being in Scotland. Oh, they were pissed.
They're all like baby killers, baby killers, baby killers. I'm like,
Yeah, whatever.
You too. Man, I'm like super tired. I'm wore out, dude. God, I'm too old for this shit.
Man, who the fuck shot at you, Jimmy Bean? Just some asshole on the street?
It was one of the bodyguards of the lieutenant of the. Basically, it's a mafia boss.
Mafia.
He ordered one of the gangs to go behind the children, try to kidnap them. He knows. He knows it's there when we got there. But his watchmen tried to take care of us. You know what I'm saying?
No, to be honest, I barely understand what's going on over there.
No, where you're at. You see a little bit of lockdown over here. It's real heavy, like socialist, almost communist type of lockdown. Seriously. What I expect to happen next is people are going to start disappearing, kind of like in Germany when Hitler was in charge. That's what I see about to start happening here. That's when, but see, Honduras is a lot like the United States. There's more guns than there are people. Got to remember that. Nobody messes with a Turner kid.
In the 90s, my brother served in the Peace Corps in Nicaragua. So that's what I kind of compare. When he told me stories about Nicaragua, he was like, dude, we're out here teaching people to read and write and how to grow vegetables. But you walk through town, there's fucking mafia types standing around with automatic weapons on their shoulder, and you don't look at them.
Yep.
You just walk on by, or else you could just get shot right the fuck up.
Yeah, you just kind of, yeah, right there on the spot. Yeah, guess what? I'm so used to being in combat that I actually kind of like that shit.
You told me that first time I met you, man. I was like, what the fuck are you doing down there? You said, well, I kind of like the excitement. I know a guy like that.
Yeah, I'm an adrenaline junkie.
I know a guy like that from Afghanistan. He's here, and he drives race cars on a dirt track now to get his adrenaline fix. He can't calm down. He's been in 2 Chinook helicopter crashes, got traumatic brain injury. He's an Afghanistan vet of mine. I don't know. He won't tell me. He might be a SEAL. SEALs don't tell you that shit.
Well, if he has a trident, if he wears a trident, the water god, trident, then yes, he's a SEAL. If he doesn't, I mean,
I don't ask.
Try
I
to pull
don't.
the trident away from the chest of the seal and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, you don't ever
Yeah.
ask the seal if he was. You don't ask anybody if he was a seal.
Chinook crashes.
Yeah. Don't
The
ask.
only thing that brings a Chinook down is like an RPG or like a
Yeah.
baseball.
But this guy's pretty badass, and he can't calm down. He's got this really fucking hot rod dirt track stock race car. So these
Type of
guys,
heart, yeah. It is a spirit. Yeah.
yeah, right. They can't calm down.
Hell, it might be Delta Force, dude. When I was training with the Delta boys, that's every single one of them, dude. They don't just jog. You're talking about all out sprint for like an hour, dude. I mean, like 10 miles in the morning, non-stop. So with the 20, I mean, oh my God. I requested 3 other days with them so that I could try to keep up with them in the morning. You know how you put the screen door, you got the spring on the inside so it'll stay closed? They put it
Right.
on the outside. So whenever they open in the morning, the door will slam open and everybody comes out. I mean, you're talking 4 o'clock in the morning, dude. They sleep in their PTs with the shoes right there on the floor. That was the only rule. When I went to the Fort Sherman, the SF base, you got several different rules you got to go by, and you have a little program. And then when I went to Francisco, the Navy SEALs guys to get to know them, they gave me a 7 day little buzz basically that I was going through, like a hell week and buzz kind of combined. And but when I went to the Delta Force camp, hell, I don't even know where I was. I think I was on the border of. They didn't even tell us where we were going. We were a
Yeah.
C5, right? And we just took off. And when we landed, they put a cover over my head, rushed me into a Humvee, and then they shoved me over into a Suburban. And then we went out to the Delta base. And the only rule they had was when you go to sleep, make sure you're clean, make sure you're neat, and you're ready to go. And when you wake up in the morning, make sure your shoes are right there. That's the only rule they had. But dude, you worked your ass off. I mean, you earned your food. As a
There was a
Delta, you earn your food, man.
there was a movie like
Them
that.
guys are bad ass.
There was a Hollywood movie like that where they put hoods over people's heads to train them for special forces. Took them to a secret camp and kicked their asses. What was the name of that movie? Anybody remember?
Yeah, dude. I have no idea. When I took my oath, Walking Dead, looking for a place to lay my head, walking the planet looking for a place to lay my head. I was in my own blood in a dojo with two karate masters that had just whooped my ass. And I'm sitting there in my own blood on my knees, and I took the oath, and life has been different ever since. Seriously,
Man,
dude.
don't get shot, Jimmy Beam. We love you, man. Like a brother. Don't get shot over there, please.
Well, I've done been shot like 4 times.
You know what I
This is
mean.
my second bulletproof vest I got.
Uh,
I don't know what that means. Don't even worry about it, bro.
that means you've
I'm
got
waiting.
powerful.
I'm waiting. One of these days, guys, you're not a person, you are a soul. And you borrowed this body for a while. When God wants you, you're going to go, whether it's by a bullet or bomb or some kind of car wreck or something.
That means
It doesn't
you
matter,
got
man.
angels, man. That means God's angels are watching over you. That's what it means.
They sure are. You don't think they talk to me? Dude, I wish there was some kind of way that I could put some kind of device over here to record my dreams so you can see them.
Right?
Man,
Me too. I have
sometimes
some
it's just
wild
the
dreams.
most beautiful, like garden Eden. Sometimes it's the most violent stuff. I mean, I just wow, these angels, they don't play, man.
Yeah, Angels, man. That's the only reason I'm still alive.
Yeah.
You know, I
I
got
love
shot
talking
at.
to you, bro.
You know, I got shot at here, Jimmy Beam. I didn't get shot at in the military. I got shot at after I came home as a civilian. I told,
Yeah, there's a
I,
lot of people that say the same damn thing, man.
I was sitting around a campfire with a bunch of guys I met a couple days ago, and we were all friendly, just chatting. And the guy I was talking to was a Vietnam vet,
Come on.
right? And then I thought everything was copacetic, right? So I told him, I said, yeah, I was on a nuclear ballistic missile submarine. He jumps up and says, "You fucking baby killer." And his Vietnam vet comes out with a sawed off shotgun. He's
Come
chasing,
on.
yeah, shooting at me.
Oh,
Yeah, in my car.
oh.
He's chasing me. I'm in a fucking
Damn,
car.
now it's starting to hurt, guys.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, go ahead. Bro.
I mean, I'll say that shit on the internet, but you meet me face to face, I ain't gonna tell just anybody what I did because most people just think you're just a warmonger and you just want everybody to die and you're a fucking baby killer.
Come on.
Yeah,
Oh.
sad.
All right. Yeah. No, see, what it was is it's a reverse psychology type of thing. When
Yeah,
he got home from Vietnam, a lot of people were stepping on him, calling him baby killer and stuff. So that that's really deep in the mind. He actually loves you. You touched real deep in his heart. But what you did open up the scars that he had.
yeah. I thought about that. Yeah,
Was all right.
but
Well, it stopped bleeding. It
I
stopped bleeding. So that's
but I got away. I got away and I never went back. And none of his pellets hit my vehicle.
yeah.
But he was reloading. He fired many shots at my vehicle, and I was just, you know, at 50
Damn.
yards in front of him, flying through the fucking desert in a hatchback. He was in a pickup truck shooting at me with a 12 gauge shotgun out the fucking window. It ain't very fun getting shot
Cannot
at, Jimmy.
believe that guy actually shot me. I
Yeah,
cannot
he could.
believe he actually shot me a little fucking punk. No,
And where'd you get hit?
one of those little bitty Uzis like that shoot like 100 rounds a second. I mean,
Where'd you get hit?
um,
In the
it
back or
hit
the
me twice,
shoulder?
and I felt it at 9 millimeters. And the third one hit the edge of my plate and broke up like that, and
In
a
your
little piece
chest?
went through me.
Where? Where? Your chest? Your back?
Piece. No, in my it's just a little piece like that. It just went straight through.
Where? In your
It kind of
chest?
looks like yeah, like a needle went through me, or like a small thin blade went through me. That's what it looks like.
Dude.
Now it's starting to bother me. I was sore in the morning.
Put some
No big deal.
Neosporin. You got some Neosporin, Jimmy B? Put some
Albert?
Neosporin on.
Mm, mm. No, I got something better than that. You guys are on it. Thank you.
Fuck, that was a heart shot, dude. That was a kill shot. Good thing you had that vest on.
The plate comes around like this, and it protects the
Right.
liver and the heart. Lung. So oh, oh man, it's gone. This
Yep.
is made out of sulfur
It
called
ain't
qualazone, and it's
right.
actually good stuff, man.
Yep, sulfur drugs are good.
Oh, that feels good.
That's old school antibiotic sulfur drugs from the
Yeah,
60s. Yeah,
for,
it's good stuff.
let's not feel positive, but we're like I was on
Yo, canoe.
nobody goes out like this.
Yo,
Yeah,
canoe.
look, I may be in a screwed up country, but there's quite a few good people in the government. I'll give him credit. The detective and the inspector, he's really good. I mean, he asked for 20,000 Imperial, right, which is about $1,000, but they found out. And I'm pretty sure these are the guys that are after my kid. Good God. Cannot believe it. Here I am again, dude. You saw it. Saving my husband's life. Freaking unbelievable. Oh, what the hell is the name of that movie? Hard to Die, or what do you call it? With
Hard to kill.
Yippee motherfucker. Okay, Hard to Kill. Yeah,
Wait.
that's what. Hey, Stick Pat, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I kind of got shot today. It was about like 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, just another normal day in the life for someone like me.
Shit.
Little bastard. I mean, the guy couldn't even shoot whatsoever, dude. It's one of those little Uzi things, you know, little automatic pistols with like 40 rounds in the magazine.
Dude, I'd be
Yeah,
fucking.
don't you worry, Stick Pat.
So what, you got a ceramic plate?
Hey, I mean, that dude's gone already. The inspector popped him. The inspector popped him, dude. Inspector had like a lever handle battle rifle, 30-30. They popped him good, dude. I mean, hit him right in the throat. Kaboom! I saw it. He was right in front of me too. I was about to come out with a knife and just rip him apart. And all of a sudden, bam! The dude went back. Look,
Wait,
I ain't gonna talk about that no
the
more. I
guy
hate that
that
shit.
wait, the guy that shot you today
Yeah, the
is
guy that
now
shot me.
dead.
The reason why he shot me is because I was running straight towards him. You know,
Wait,
he was
the
freaked
guy that
out.
shot you. Wait, the guy that shot you today has been shot dead.
Yeah, it was a government inspector that shot him.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't. When I shoot them, when I shoot someone, I shoot them like in the hip or really low where they might live. You know, I don't go for the head or the heart or nothing like that because I've dropped so many people. It's crazy, and I've learned how to. I mean, when you actually pop somebody's nugget open, you bust their coconut. It kind of does something to you in the spirit, and it's hard to sleep and stuff. That happens a lot of times, and you have to be super justified. You have to be really sure what you're doing, and that person deserves it. I'm not a cold-blooded killer. I just regulate things. This right here, he was not the one after my kids. It was his boss. Okay, so understand what I was doing. We're just making a presence, letting them know to back the hell off. Back off. Get away from these gringo kids. You do not mess with a Turner kid. Oh, Chrominian's asking about the finger. Battery? Yeah, Dallas, I learned how to do that after a while, man, because, dude, you can't even sleep. I'm telling you. It's like their soul will haunt you, and I couldn't just go out like popping nuggets and stuff. I can't do that. That's why I'm in the Oracle program, Spec Op, Department of Defense, United States.
Yeah, Jimmy Beam. I've been through some therapy here. They call it reboot combat therapy for veterans.
Oh, wow. Oh, I've heard of that. I was actually recommended for that reboot
Yeah,
program.
it's biblical based. It's based on Bible. They don't push religion, but they talk about recovery and give you a few Bible verses to think about. We all get together once a week and have dinner,
Yeah.
and then there's an instructor that gives a little speech, and then everybody sitting around gets to give their own input, their personal stories. And
Right.
I've
Hey, this was
graduated.
a Southern Baptist preacher. they got a hold of me, a Southern Baptist preacher, and the whole congregation from two churches in here come together every Sunday with all their kids and everything, potluck fun. Everybody brings food, and we would sit around and talk, and it was great, man. It really was. I'm
And
proud of you,
then
boy. I'm proud of you.
above Reboot, Jimmy, and they're correlate. They're in the same camp. It's called Mighty Oaks, like a mighty oak tree,
Huh,
and that's a
right.
Mighty Oaks is all over the nation. So is Reboot. Reboot's more like you know non-intensive, but Mighty Oaks you go to a retreat in a camp, and all the veterans live in little yurts together, and they go out horseback riding, and they go to lectures and everything, but they really dig down deep, and they get vets to cry and just spill their shit. And the
Yeah,
guys
you gotta open up, dude. I mean, there's a lot of things that
I
I
can do it.
even me. I
I can do it right now. I've got a scholarship to Mighty Oaks program. They'll even pay for my airline flight,
got,
everything, all expenses paid. It's just the damn coronavirus. I was planning to do it this summer in California. There's one in California. There's one in Washington
all
State.
right.
One in Oregon. Yeah, but I can't do it now because the fucking Chinese virus. Put everything
Imagine.
on.
Imagine that. Dallas, always remember, buddy. Oh, look, it stopped bleeding, dude. Okay, good, good. Oh, she did good. She grabbed it like that and put tape on it. So I'm just kind of, you know, it's freaking hurting. I guess it's starting to heal. Being shot does hurt. It hurts a little bit, but it doesn't hurt. What hurts is when it starts to heal. That freaking sucks.
How do you know you
Dude,
don't
this
have
is
a?
the third time I've been.
How do you know you don't have a little sliver of lead under your skin? You might need to get a X-ray.
No,
Or
I'll find out. I got a metal. No, in the morning I'll take the metal detector and I'll run it over me.
oh yeah,
What
metal
it does.
detector.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I like to use. It works a lot better than anything else. Even better than a wand. I got good God, what do you call it? Freaking
Yeah,
uh
it's a little spot detector they use
probe
for
two.
gold.
What do you call it? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it looks like a little
Yeah,
flashlight
it's a metal
cylinder.
detector.
Yeah, it's
No,
for
no,
pit.
we're talking about a long stick made for the beach, whatever, and it's
I
waterproof.
don't
You can
know.
put it in a creek and whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah.
gold bug too.
Yeah, they use them when they're digging for gold. The metal detector finds a general area, and then while you're digging out chunks of dirt, you take
I
that little
Finds
wand.
where the heavy materials are, like the iron, and then you just dig underneath that, and that's where you find the gold.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm fixing to buy some gold property. There's fucking abandoned gold mines, and there's like 8
Nice.
active gold claims
Oh,
all around my
dude, you
property.
find okay. Listen. Garrett, the Garrett Infinium. I
Hold
think
on,
it's Garrett Infinium 2000.
I
It's
got to take
waterproof
notes on
up
this
to
one.
200 feet. That's the
Garrett,
baby. That's the baby right there.
Garrett,
Gold bug too
I've
is
heard about the gold
pretty
bug.
awesome, but it only goes so deep.
Right, I've heard about the
Yeah,
gold bug.
the gold bug is very, very sensitive. It's the
Yeah,
most sensitive on the market,
yeah,
but it only goes so deep. Now the Infinium is you can take your time, go nice and slow, and it will look like 8 feet down in the ground.
no
And
shit.
seriously, if you find any metal, yeah, any metal whatsoever, whether it's a nail or the soda pop cap or anything, it'll find it. And it's worth it to dig up every single thing because, dude, I found, good God, man, every holiday. out there on the beach, I would find bracelets, necklaces,
Wait a minute,
earrings, rings.
Jimmy Bean. Are you telling me even if you
Yeah,
buried a fucking rifle 8 foot deep, this metal detector could find it? You know,
yeah, the
people
infinium. But
people
you got to
bury
go
guns.
real.
You know,
The trick is go real slow, and the signal. How do you explain it?
oh, I know
It communicates with all
yeah,
the minerals in the it communicates in all the minerals, and you adjust it to a certain level, and it'll go all the way down, um, six
so
feet,
Jimmy
seven,
Bean,
8 feet.
how
Yep,
but how
it is
deep
8 feet.
would you have to bury a rifle so it doesn't get picked up by, people are
Okay,
burying
you
guns
need at least 9 or 10 feet. Okay,
10 feet.
you need 9 or 10 feet, and you get the post hole diggers. Oh shit! Okay, you get postal diggers, and you just start digging and digging and digging and digging and digging until you get all the way to the postal digger, because you need a little bit more than that. But you spray the rifle down with Pam cooking spray inside the barrel, outside, and the bolt and everything, and then
Yeah,
you wrap it up with cellophane,
yeah.
food wrap, and then you wrap it up you double wrap that bad boy, and you stick it all the way down. You need at least 9 foot,
And
no
the
matter
guys
what.
around here,
And then
after they
whenever
do
you
that,
cover it up,
after they
do
do
not
that,
cover it up
they
with
put
dirt.
it in.
Cover it up with rocks.
After they do what you said, they smear it with ball bearing grease and they shove it in a PVC pipe and put PVC caps on both ends to
Right.
withstand the pressure,
Now, what I
the
use,
pressure of the dirt.
listen,
You got to think
I
about all that
use
pressure.
is fishing rod. Yeah, you have a fishing rod case. It has a rubber stamp that seals up tight. That's what I like to use. My 50 cal, my Barrett over in Tennessee
Wait,
is
what's
buried
wrong?
with
What?
a fishing
I don't know what you're
like
talking.
PVC pipe,
A,
but it closes on it.
a fishing rod case. I don't know what you're talking about. They're talking about heavy
It's
gauge
the same thing as
PVC.
PVC, but it's
Okay, right. And you glue the cap on.
yeah, it's the same thing, but
Yeah.
it has a seal.
Damn, somebody's freezing up.
Okay,
I'm
we're
gonna
talking
sign
about
it
tomato
out.
plants. Okay, what you want to do before you go to sleep is you just take a half a cup of water each tomato plant. You water it before you go to sleep, and they will love you. And seriously, they will carry tomato plants, especially the cherry tomatoes, which are my favorite. I love them little cherry tomatoes. They're awesome. But any tomato plant, you want them to be healthy. You water them at night before you go to sleep, and then the next day you don't even have to worry about it until the next night.
Tow truck. What you got to say, man?
What's that?
I heard you trying to say something. Jump in there.
If
Oh, I'm
fundraiser,
gonna sign out.
All right, man.
fundraiser, if you wrap something up in aluminum, please send it away.
See you
Because
next time.
aluminum will sell for a metal detector worse than silver or gold will. It sure will. You'll see what I'm talking about. If you ever get a metal detector, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Well,
The aluminum, it'll get you every time. It sends out a heavy signal. It's because it's aluminum.
I've watched a lot of videos. I know there's
No,
settings,
aluminum does.
right, Jimmy Beam? There's settings you can switch them metal detectors to, and it will tell you if it's aluminum or gold or iron, right? You can tell
Right.
by the squeal. You can tell
You're
by the
talking
sound of the
about
squeal. Yeah.
the Mind Lab series, and it's a pretty good company, and I gotta admit they do really good. Mind Lab, That's what the military uses. That's why they use the name mine lab, because that's what they look for mines with.
Oh shit!
They're looking for the wires for a mine. Yeah, and that way you can get rid of mines around your particular area where you're at.
But I'm not expecting to strike it rich because with all there's like 8 gold claims active within 1 mile of this property I'm fixing to buy. So
Okay,
if there was any,
understand. Let me explain. Hey, Bubba, let me explain to you real quick. The gold comes up from under the planet. You have a constant feed. You got a big bar of gold that's coming up and up and up. It comes up like 2 inches a year.
just
And
like
if
the
you
mountain,
find that main vein, you dig all the way down on the vein and pull out just tons of gold.
yeah,
But what you're looking at is when the materials in the creek or the river come across the vein and they hit it and they're knocking off little pieces of gold that go down through the creek. That's what you're prospecting for.
yeah,
And the more heavy you get in your pan, and the more heavy, and more heavy, more heavy, and then all of a sudden you get to a place where you find no more gold, you just pass the vein.
yeah.
That's when you go back and you start digging. That's typically how it works. But
And you
me,
follow
I
it,
just like to set out gold traps. Yeah,
and
I like to set
you
out
follow that,
the traps.
you follow that spot straight uphill, straight up the mountain to see where it came down from.
Yep.
And that's where you find, and you look for
Yep.
quartz.
Normally, you'll find some kind of vein where when it rains, the water comes down and it's breaking off little pieces of gold. Because gold is really blandito. How do you say it? It's really soft.
Guess
Yeah, and little pieces will come down.
guess what I found in these videos I showed you. I don't know if you saw the link. Yes, I found pink quartz. I found white quartz. Gold runs in quartz.
Come on.
Yeah,
No, don't even tell me. Pink quartz, you know what that means? That
yeah.
means you're really close to rubies. You're rubies. You
Sapphire,
look for rubies.
sapphires too. Sapphires and rubies.
Okay, sapphire is blue.
Yep. Sapphires
Yeah,
are heavy.
it's the same family.
I've got a little sack here.
And,
I've got a little sack right here in this closet of the 100 sapphires I panned out of the creek.
I found a couple of little bitty ones like that. We're talking like blood red. I mean, just super rich red.
Oh, really?
But they were little bitty, right, like that.
Yeah, all mine are tiny. They're not jewel quality, but I've got yellow sapphire, blue sapphire, pink sapphire, and yellow sapphire. But they're all under eighth of a quart.
Come
I've got a
on.
little sack with like 100. I found a little bit of gold
Okay.
dust here. I don't
Yeah.
expect to get it rich, but you never know, man. If you're going to buy a piece of land, you got to be prepared. You got to make sure you got mineral rights in case you do find a vein of gold. How fucked up would that be if I
Okay,
strike it rich?
Bruce, what kind of pan?
Plastic,
What kind of pan are you using?
plastic.
No, tell me. There's one from
You want me to show
Garrett
you?
that's
I can go grab it.
green and it's got little shells on it.
Yeah, it's got ridges on one
It's
side.
really nice.
It's got ridges on. It's black plastic. It's about 1.5 foot diameter plastic, and it's got ridges on one side.
Okay, you got the same one I got. On the bottom, it has the company logo on it. Okay. And I got a black one too that's a lot smaller.
Yeah,
I love that little sucker, man.
I've got a little mini. I've got a.
I mean, I can clean some
pan
material.
that's about 9-10 inches across too for backpacking. I got a little mini plastic pan you can stick in your backpack.
Go. That's what I'm talking about. A little black one like that. It doesn't weigh much. Yeah. Nice. Well, you're
Skull
wrong.
Drazers.
What kind of dredge? You're eventually going to be looking at getting a dredge.
A sluice. I want to get a mini sluice box.
Mine is a Gary.
Because see, here's the thing here. This little mountain stream here that's got the gold dust in it. You can't. It's national forest property between mine and, well, I say mine if I buy this land. And the national forest says you can do recreational gold panning as long as you don't create enough diggings to put silt in the creek. You know, as long as
Okay, yeah.
you can have a sluice box, but it's got to be a small sluice box, and you can't leave no big ass fucking holes next to the stream because this
You're
stream
talking
feeds.
about a 1 yard sluice box, like what, 3
Yeah,
foot, like
right.
that. Yeah.
That's what I want to buy. A little sluice box, not a big thing, because they'll shut me down. They'll be like, "Oh, you're killing the fish. You're putting silt in the stream."
Come on.
They will.
Whatever.
They will. I've talked to them. I've talked to
Yeah,
the national.
my dredge is the triple sluice box, Garrett. I got a 12 horsepower motor on it, and
Right.
it's got a
Can't do
4 inch.
that. Well, if you get
It's pretty nice.
a real gold claim, you can do that. But see, on national forest land, you've got it's
Yeah.
all kind of fucking regulations, man. You know.
Yeah, here, if you own right next to the creek, you got your rights. Just it's automatic here.
But see,
So
this creek.
plus I'm right behind the tribal reserve.
Oh, tribal, yeah. But see, this creek feeds
Yeah,
the
and
city water supply. So that's
yeah, I
another.
see exactly. Okay, I see what you mean. So it's a matter of respect for the other people. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
it feeds them.
There's a good reason.
These old
Yeah.
gold mines here are full of arsenic. They're leaking arsenic and lead and zinc already, and it's a
Yeah, any place you're gonna find gold, silver, iron, copper, you're gonna find mercury also, and
right.
like you said, there's several different type of chemicals that come along with that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Usually
if you
mercury,
open it up, it opens the chemicals of
but
water.
it
Yeah.
says acids. It just says acids are leaking out of the old mines here.
Mhm.
It don't say what kind of acids. Probably hydrochloric.
Yeah. Now, see, a certain part of mercury or acid, you know.
But there's no mercury here. It's lead, zinc, and arsenic. Don't ask me, but it's most.
No, you'll see. You'll see. Believe me, the gummy type of material that you find at the bottom, you need to have a retort, is what it's called. It's a bowl like that. You put a big cup over it with little holes. You put it in a pan with water, and you heat that bitch up. And that gummy stuff, you'll see the mercury coming out of the gum, and it'll because it's amalgamates, and you'll see the mercury floating around in the water. And what you have left in there is either copper or gold. Then you found it. What do you call it? You melt it down, and then you got your gold.
You've done this before. You told me about it before.
You know what? I seem to remember that a couple of years ago. I sure did.
I don't want to fuck with no mercury, man. That shit's so fucking toxic.
No. Don't be afraid of mercury, because the mercury looks for the liquid. That's what it does. That's why it pegs in your lungs and goes to your brain and stuff. Okay, what you do, you save it in a glass jar just apart. Keep it out of the sun and stuff like that. That way it doesn't turn into gas. It stays a heavy metal. That's where the word heavy metal comes from. You know, is mercury. Now, mercury, you can literally take a rubber glove, rub it on a big sheet of copper, put it down in the creek, and a few days later, you take the rock off of it, and what you see pegged with the mercury, that's your nano gold. And you can pull gold out like that. You just take a little piece of rubber, you rub it off of the copper plate, and you put it in your retort. You cover it up, you heat it up, and it goes into the water. And what you have left in the cup in your retort is pure gold. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different methods. Yeah, it's super easy.
Yeah, well,
and anywhere you're gonna find iron and gold and silver, you're gonna have mercury. You're gonna have mercury, dude.
Jimmy,
I seen a guy with 4 pounds of mercury. 4 pounds, and 4 pounds is only like that. I mean, mercury is heavy, dude. And you know where he got it? He got it from a retort that he made, a little bitty retort like this, and he would put the materials, the little gold point, the heavy material that are white, had mercury on it. He'd put them in the cup. He would top it off. It had two holes in it. He did it. The mercury goes down into the water, and and he would wind up with little pieces of gold, and the mercury. Freaking insane. You just take a syringe without the needle, you just stick it in the water, you suck up the mercury, put it in a little bottle, you're good to go. You can electrify mercury too. Yeah, you can charge it, is what they call it. And when it's charged, literally, you can take a drop of mercury in a one of your prospecting pans, and you can put just a little drop of mercury in there, and you can put some creep powder, right? And all the gold will come out of the powder and go straight to the mercury.
The black sand.
Literally, if it's like
The
a
black
magnet,
sand.
yeah.
Right. When you get a pan down to the bottom, you got black sand and gold powder mixed together. It's awful hard to separate the black sand. I've done some panning now, I know, but I don't want to touch no mercury, dude. No. If I can't
No,
see
you're
it,
already touching it. If you're in a place that you're finding gold, you got mercury on your skin and stuff on your feet. Yeah, it's a
so
done deal. It's something you have.
you wear gloves when you do that, right? You wear rubber gloves, dishwashing gloves.
No, I wear a complete scuba suit. When I got my dredge going, I'm underwater, dude. We're talking about 15-foot holes,
Yeah, right. That's
Sending
how they
material, sucking up material with
right. Yeah, that's how
yeah.
they say you find the real nuggets here is you got to put on a wetsuit because the water's ice cold year round. It's coming off the mountain, and you go down scuba gear.
Okay,
Yeah,
see that fingernail? The biggest
yes,
piece
sir.
I found was about that big. About
Yeah,
that big, and it was like 8 foot down. I'm sitting there and I'm sucking material out of the walls, and you got these big old rocks that keep falling down and stuff, filling up the bottom. And I got another kid that comes down there every minute or so, and he'll take these big rocks out so I can keep digging deeper. And oh, dude, I come out with a gnat. What was it? Little over 3 ounces, a little over 3 ounces of gold
and
in
how
one
long?
day.
Like, one day.
It was
That's
a
a nice.
humongous rock because whenever the
Yeah,
big storms come through, it washes all the material down, and the heavy materials stay behind the rock because the water will swirl around behind the rock, and
the
that's where your
eddies.
gold settles at.
Yeah, the eddies and the
Yeah.
cracks of the rocks.
So,
Yeah, the deep cracks.
yep,
Yep.
boy, I went to
And
town
where
on
was
that
this?
for 2 days straight.
Where was this, Jimmy?
Here in Honduras.
Yeah,
Here in
buddy.
Honduras. Dude,
Hell yeah.
Honduras has so much gold. It's
Oh
freaking
yeah.
insane.
hmm So you're talking about ionized mercury. You're saying put ionization to it, probably negative charged mercury.
You cannot ionize mercury. It's okay. Take a look. You put mercury in a bottle like that, and you add water, right? You put the negative in the water and you stick the positive all the way down. You shave the end off a little bit, and you hook up a charger to it, just whatever phone charger, whatever, and it's called clean mercury because dirty mercury won't have a charge to it, and that charge is a very specific type of charge, and you'll notice a difference. It will actually look a lot more clean, a lot more gray or silver like, right? And all the ugly stuff that was mixed with the mercury will be on top of the water. And it only takes 30, 40 minutes, you know. And then you just save it in a bottle. It's charged just like a battery, just you know. And you just when you're cleaning your material and you got all the heavies in there and you got all the the calcium and stuff out, and the sand, and you cleaned it, and you only got heavy stuff in there with your black material iron. A couple little drops in there, and you run that drop around, and boom, it'll turn into a little ball just like bubble gum. And that's how you do it. You put it in a little retort, and with the water underneath the retort with the 2 holes in it or 3 holes, whatever. I like to use 4 holes just to make sure. And you just take a little torch, you just heat it up in the little cup inside where you put your material at, gum, and all the mercury. As soon as it heats up, it'll release itself from the gold, and it'll go down into the water, and you're good to go. Yeah.
Wow.
But I kind of like using because there's only 2 materials that mercury will amalgamate with. That's copper and gold, and it's really special material. And you don't have to worry about it, man, unless you got a cut on a finger or something. You can actually get it on your fingers and just run hot water over it, and it just
Oh, I
comes
know.
right
I
off.
used to
You
I
don't
used to
have to worry
play
about
with
it.
it. I had a little wooden box when I was a kid in elementary school. I don't know how I ended up. I had this little glob of mercury, and I used to play around with it with my finger. I'd wash my hands
Oh,
after I was
really?
done. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
it comes right off, dude. And it
yeah,
loves
no,
water. That's the thing
right.
about it.
It rolls away from your finger. It don't stick to your finger.
Yeah,
Your finger's dry.
it doesn't soak
Right.
through your skin or nothing. It just,
Right. Well,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Are
mean,
you sure
you
about?
rub your
Oh,
eyes,
yeah, man.
it likes the liquid,
I
so
haven't been quite the
you got to
same
be
since I used
careful.
to
But
play with mercury. Like it just ain't right.
yeah, mercury is
Shit.
pretty spooky, man. I got to admit, it really is. And I use it for okay, I did a water system, right? This is in Kentucky.
Whoa,
Put me in
hold
a
on.
diesel
What?
tank, and
Zoom scissors.
I put a float in there, and on the float I put
Bean.
the electric igniter, and we
Hold
put
on.
mercury in a little tube. And when the water got up to a certain level, the mercury would
Jimmy
come and
Bean.
would cut off the connection, electric
Jimmy
connection.
Bean.
But when the
Jimmy
water went down, the mercury would come back, and it would ignite the connection and would start the motor up again and refill the tank. And
We
I
got
guarantee you it's still going.
a 7.3 earthquake just occurred off the north coast of Australia. Stand by for tsunami.
Okay.
No, it's 7.0.
Yeah,
Okay,
but what side? Let me look at USGS.
that's what I'm checking out. Zoom is on top of
That's what we need
earthquakes.
to look at.
It's the northeast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zoom's all over it.
Good job, Zoom. He's all about it.
Oh crap!
No tsunami.
So what we're looking at is New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand.
Yeah, you got New Zealand that's on that side over there in southern Africa.
7.3 is fucking huge, and it was only. No, wait a minute. It's 53 miles deep. That's too deep to make a tsunami. 53 miles deep. It's got to be shallow to make a tsunami.
Yeah, but we're looking at. No, it means that there's a volcano in the area that's wanting to become active. That's what that means, because that's a volcano movement.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Here we go.
It's
the beginning of the end.
Yeah. It's about to start, boys. Ain't that some shit? Oh, excuse me.
Because the one that set off those major tsunamis in Japan was 7.6. It's just a few orders of magnitude higher.
And you know what, boys, forgive me. Let me hook you guys up. I know this is all fabricated bullshit, the earthquakes and stuff. They're using the HARP system, and it's people can't even see that there is a volcano in New Zealand, and that volcano extends all the way over to Australia. And what is going on is they're trying to mess with that volcano.
Mm.
Come on, good Lord. I just.
Hey, fellas, I got
Let
a
me
call
put
tonight
my
over
favorite.
here. Wizard's already asleep, and I got to go to bed now too. So, time to end the stream.
All right, Canoe. Thank you, man.
Hopping in.
It's been
Well,
fun.
oh, guys, I appreciate you welcoming me home. I've been here, but like 9 or 10 minutes whenever you came up on stream, and I thank you for that.
Stay safe, Jimmy Bean. We love you, black
Today,
brother.
with cases and yeah, man, I try. Believe me, I try.